10 years. Ten years. 10 years of VGW Wrestling. Can you believe that? Back in 2015, Show Off 63 and G-Man Solid helped create this company and helped make it what it is today. And so, even after this 4-year hiatus for VGW Wrestling, Show Off 63 decided to make something big to celebrate 10 years of VGW Wrestling. I'm going to put up the graphic right here. On the first weekend of September, I know the graphic says August 23rd, but it's not going to be there. Because on the first weekend of September, VGW presents its 10-year anniversary show. Our first show in 4 long years. Immortal will be happening and will be presented to your screens, and I am here today to give to you the card, because I'm telling you right now, this show is possibly going to be the biggest show VGW has ever produced. So let's get right into it. Our first matchup of the night. It is going to be big. An FPW title will be defended on the show. 3 titles will be defended on the show. The first title is the FPW Blood Heart Championship. And not only that, the champion Finn Balor will have to defend the Blood Heart Championship in a 6-man ladder match. A 6-man ladder match that consists of the former FPW Blood Heart champion Kyle O'Reilly. Also, Kenta, someone that Kyle O'Reilly has went to war and back with. It's been 4 years since we've seen those two share the ring together. We also have the former US and IC champion Pete Dunne. We also have Chad Gable and Andrade. 6 men looking to make this ladder match big. The winner will go home, the FPW Blood Heart champion. And next match of the show, we are going to give to you the best that the VGW Women's Division has to offer. And what's the best way to do that? In a gauntlet match. That's right, VGW's first ever gauntlet match will be defended here, as we will see some of the greatest women's wrestlers you've ever seen. The Empress of Tomorrow, Asuka. We will also see the former women's champion Io Sky, the 2-time VGW NXT Women's Champion Becky Lynch, Charlotte Flair, Dakota Kai, and Kairi Sane. This is going to be big. This is the first time we've ever seen Kairi Sane and Io Sky share a ring together. I'm sure this match is going to be nothing but extraordinary. But speaking of extraordinary, let's talk about a monstrous collision that we're about to see. 2 monsters, 2 300-pound super heavyweights looking to collide as Keith Lee looks to make the monster among men, Braun Strowman, bask in his glory. Keith Lee only had 1 match in VGW, and that was against Pete Dunne at the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view back in 2020. He fought for the US Championship. Tonight, he's back, and he faces off against the most dominant superstar to ever come out of VGW NXT, the 2-time North American champion, Braun Strowman. Will Strowman come out top, or will Keith Lee come out top? We'll just have to wait and see. The next title that will be defended on this show, the FPW Royal Hearts Championship, will be on the line as the champion Liv Morgan looks to go one-on-one with Rhea Ripley. I'm sure that match is going to be nothing but extraordinary, nothing but excitement, and it is going to deliver at every aspect of the being. And the final FPW title that will be defended here on the 10-year anniversary show, the FPW Royal Gates Championship, will be defended on the line as the challenger, the longest reigning VGW champion at over 900 days, after defeating Samoa Joe back at Hollow Point 2021. He held the championship until he lost it to Kofi Kingston at 0 Hour 5 back last year in 2024. Now Cedric Alexander looks to make his VGW return. Face off against the champion. Who's the champion, you ask? Well, it's a man who looks to make his debut in VGW. Whose house is it? That's right, the champion's house. Swerve Strickland will be defending that championship against Cedric Alexander and look to make a mark in his debut here in VGW Wrestling. We also have, for one last time ever, these two men, they've had Extreme Rules matches. They've had TLC matches. They've had Hell in a Cell matches. Tonight, they will go at it one final time. The 2018 Contender Rivalry of the Year. The man behind Johnny Wrestling, Johnny Gargano, will go one-on-one with the King of Strong Style, Shinsuke Nakamura. These two are going to collide one last time. And we will see if these two former Universal Champions will still have the same fire that they did 6+ years ago. But that's not all. There is still so much more action as we have a #1 contenders match for a future VGW Championship match in the future. We have 4 of some of the best that VGW has to offer. The first one being the monstrous Samoa Joe, former multi-time world champion, and a man who has wreaked havoc throughout the entirety of the main roster era of VGW Wrestling. But he is also joined by the longest reigning VGW NXT champion to date, Mr. Y2J, Chris Jericho, looks to join them in that squad and get closer to the VGW Championship. That's not all. Seth freaking Rollins, the Visionary, looks to enter this match as well as a man we haven't seen on the VGW landscape since 2018. The former world champion CM Punk looks to get back into the world title picture. What a fatal 4-way that match is going to be. Samoa Joe, Chris Jericho, Seth Rollins, and CM Punk looking to tear the house down. As we get to the nit and gritty. 7 years. 7 years in the making for this next match. Starting all the way back in FPW, back in 2018. That match could not be seen because it was so gruesome. It wasn't even allowed to be posted. You can't even watch the match back. It was that gruesome. It was that insane. It was that crazy. And now they go at it one more time. No holds barred, ladies and gentlemen. The prize fighter, Kevin Owens, making his VGW return since his career-ending match at WrestleMania 5 against The Fiend. It has been over half a decade since we've seen Kevin Owens in VGW, and he will be facing off against the King of Kings, the cerebral assassin, Triple H. Kevin Owens and Triple H in a no-holds-barred match, I am sure, is going to blow the roof off of the place, even if the place has a roof anyways. But then again, the co-main event of this show, the biggest tag team match in VGW history. The Rated R superstar Edge makes his VGW return. The man that claimed he was the ratings of VGW NXT. The man returns home as he teams with his brother Christian. That's right, Christian coming back after all these years. Christian, when we thought his career was ended by Cedric Alexander and Samoa Joe back in NXT, back in 2022, Edge and Christian one more time, looking to lace up the boots and team up to face off against the former VGW champion Kofi Kingston, and a man we have never seen in VGW until that show. Austin Creed, Xavier Woods, The New Day versus Edge and Christian in a possibly biggest match in VGW history. And then the main event. the main event of the show. The record-holding 10-time VGW World Champion, the phenomenal AJ Styles, will be going one-on-one with the VGW Champion, the OTC, the Tribal Chief, Roman Reigns. And AJ Styles, who looks to put VGW on his back one more time, looking to make it an 11th time VGW title reign. Will it happen? We'll just have to wait and see. The first weekend, I'm telling you guys, the first weekend of September, you do not want to miss it. Over the next week or so, we will be coming out with little vignettes of what people think of VGW Wrestling. This is just the start. This is just the start to something huge, massive, that will change the landscape of VGW forever. 2025, 10 years of VGW Wrestling. And over the next week or so, we'll be having some people that we haven't heard from in years here in VGW Wrestling. We will be having the historical Hall of Fame worthy people that have helped put VGW on the map over the last 10 years. And don't you miss that, because it's going to be fun to watch. First weekend of September, don't you miss it. Don't you miss it, as it's going to be a doozy.